Hi, I'm Mark, the Christian gun owner. Now, you've seen the title of the video, so you pretty much know what it's about. What I'm going to do today is just show you how I carry the three guns that I carry most commonly with me in my world around me, and why I carry those guns, where I carry them, why I carry them there, and how I carry those guns. Now, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what I live in here, I live in the state of Arkansas. It's generally considered a pretty gun-friendly state, but over the years, our laws, gun carry laws, weapons possession laws, concealed carry laws have all morphed to the point where now lawmakers have got us with two different kinds of concealed carry licenses, and we live in a state where no license is required to carry openly or concealed. Now, you can figure all that out on your own. You can look through our code. You can talk to people. What that's resulted in, we have a standard concealed carry license, an enhanced concealed carry license, and the legislature has declared Arkansas a constitutional carry state, meaning there's no requirement for any license to carry a gun. So what do? I'm not going to go through that on this video. Maybe I will on one in the future for people in Arkansas, but not today. Suffice it to say that I can carry a gun concealed or openly pretty much anywhere I want to in Arkansas, where guns in general are not prohibited. In other words, through specific prohibitions on that particular location that's controlled by some private entity or even controlled by the city. I can carry a gun in Arkansas. I carry my guns concealed, always carry them concealed. I very seldom ever carry a gun openly except out on the gun range, or from time to time, if I'm out in the woods somewhere or something, I may carry one on my hip in a regular second level retention holster of some kind. But generally I'm going to have it in an inside the waistband holster, which I'll show you here in just a minute. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the first gun that I carry out of three. The first gun that I carry with me more often than any of the others. It's for my personal self-defense. Personal meaning a gun that if I was confronted by somebody who had the unthinkable in mind, without the ability to get away from that scenario, this would be my gun that I would use for my personal self-defense, or anybody with me, kids, my wife, whoever might be with me, right here in front of me. And I'll show you that gun right now. For those of you that watch my videos, you've seen all these guns in action on the gun range. This is my Smith & Wesson Shield in 45 ACP. It's an original model. Haven't upgraded to anything, no upgraded trigger, no, I haven't upgraded to a Shield M20. This is the original model Shield in 45, carries 7 rounds of 45 ACP in the longer magazine. I carry it in a CYA holster, and I carry it primarily right there in an appendix position, with just a light cover garment. It could be a shirt like this, it could be a jacket, it can be a t-shirt. This gun just disappears in that type of holster. I know that there are other kinds of holsters, and that's all well and good. I'm showing you what I do. It may give you an idea for something to do with this holster or another one, so hopefully this will have some value to you. But this is where I carry this gun, because I can have it in action and on target in just a second. And very, very fast, very comfortable to carry this gun in this position right here. And by the way, all these guns have been cleared before starting this video, and I'm pointing them in a safe direction. I am in my house here in my garage. What I'm pointing at is a freezer and a brick wall right here. Then the worst thing I would shoot if I shot something would be a freezer full of frozen fish and meat and ice and a brick wall. So that's all that's back there. But the guns have been cleared. But anyway, that's the way I carry this gun. Now, this gun can easily, in this holster, a gun this size in this holster can be carried just as easily on the hip. I'm using a core belt with the belt buckle over here, using a core belt, very, very stiff nylon belt made for carrying a gun. And again, the gun disappears on your hip. Just as accessible, can come out and be on target in just a second and a half. Very, very quickly. So that's the first way I carry a gun, is in an inside the waistband holster. Smith & Wesson Shield, that's considered a subcompact, but you can get a full grip on it. Most people's hands will get a full grip on it, or you can carry it on your hip right over here in the same holster, moving it back and forth based on what you're doing. When I do carry it in this holster, in an appendix position, excuse me, gun this size is very, very comfortable. I can sit down, I can eat, I can go to a restaurant, I can go to a shopping center, I can go anywhere, I can go to somebody's house. Hardly even know it's there, even in the appendix position. So that's how I carry the Smith & Wesson Shield compact pistol in .45 ACP. Here's the next gun. This is my Glock 23. It's a 40 caliber gun. I also have conversion barrel and magazines for it, so sometimes I carry it as a 9mm. I like to shoot it both ways, but I carry this gun from time to time. A lot of times, let me just show you. First of all, for self-defense and carrying it around town, same place as with the Smith & Wesson Shield. Now, comfort gets a little bit less of a factor here, because the bottom line is it's not as comfortable standing here in it like this, but when I get seated, sometimes it's a little bit less comfortable if you're seated for a long time with this particular size gun in a appendix position holster. But nonetheless, I'll carry this gun sometimes most of the day in this type holster right in this position right here. And I do this when I might be in a little bit more populated area where anything that happens could happen in, say, a large store or something like that, or out in some area where there are people but they're kind of scattered out, but there are multiple people. I will carry this gun right here. If I know I'm going to be in that environment and be in it for an extended period of time, I'll carry a gun. It's a little larger, a little bit longer barrel, a little bit larger sight radius. That's where I carry this gun. Again, with the same type holster, it will fit right on this side over here, and you get it moved just where you want it, and you can generally cover it up without any problem with a t-shirt, large t-shirt, cover garment like this right here, or a jacket or a vest, or whatever you want to cover it with. It will cover up, and it's not difficult, even though it's a compact pistol, which is between a subcompact and a full-size pistol. It could be a duty pistol, but it's easy enough to conceal, and it is comfortable in this type holster. So that's how I carry a Glock 23. Same type holster under different conditions. Now, this is the one where it really goes different. The next gun I didn't bring out here in my hand because I don't have it in a Kydex holster that I can put it in and snap it in my pants. This is a gun that will surprise some of you, but I'm carrying it in the same position that I was carrying the Glock 23 when I moved it over here. I'm carrying it right here on my hip. What will surprise you about this is here in Fort Smith, or here in Arkansas, we can carry with the progression of the concealed carry permits and in the ways the law has changed over the years. There are conditions under which people can carry concealed handguns into churches. I carry a gun in church. This is in a crowded environment. We go to a large church here in Western Arkansas. This gun is specifically for times when I'm in a very crowded environment. The reason for that is because I would want maximum control should the unthinkable happen, and should a shooting break out in a crowded environment. I want maximum control. So what I carry is in this belly band. I carry a Walter Q5 match pistol with a Vortex Venom red dot sight. This is a big 9mm. It's got a 5-inch barrel, red dot sight. What is not big about this gun is this grip. I don't know what Walter's reasoning behind this was, this being designated as a match pistol, but they only made the grip about as long. If I put it up next to that Glock 23 and match the slides at the top, the grips come at just about the same length. It doesn't have a long grip, and the magazines that come with it are only 15-round magazines for a match pistol. Now, there are all kinds of magazines made for it, and accessories and things where you can drop this thing down and have 20 rounds in it, but it comes with these 15-round ones. I'm not a competitor. I bought this gun during the COVID mess, and I wanted it to shoot. And I almost sold it at one point because I didn't see a whole lot of function for it for me. But then I realized this belly band was probably the answer to that. Now, this is not one that I take and just use in and out of this holster on the range, because this belly band is not something that I'm going to be taking a hot gun and reholstering over and over and over again, having to pull my belt out and move fabric around. This gun gets put in there. I have to undo my pants. I put that belly band down under my waistband, put the gun in it, slide it around, tighten my belt around it, and I'm done. It's staying in there till it has to come out. But a Q5 match pistol is what I carry inside this belly band, and I can forget it's there. It's so comfortable in that belly band. Belly band adds no bulk whatsoever, like a holster does. It adds no bulk whatsoever. So when you slide that gun in there, it's almost like having it in your waistband, except it is securely tucked in a pouch with the trigger guard covered, tightened down by your belt. It's going nowhere. I can wear that for a week if I needed to, and it provides me with maximum control in a crowded environment. When I come up with my aging eyesight, when I come up with that gun, with that Vortex Venom, I see one red dot. That's all I got to see. And as far as the way this gun handles, the way I can manage it, the recoil, it is the most controllable gun that I own. And that's the reason I carry it in a crowded environment. Walther Q5 match pistol. You might have a specific full-size handgun that you really like, but you don't carry it. Try it in a belly band, putting it under your waistband, sliding it around, tightening your belt around it, and see how it works. Just make sure, if you have a red dot on it, that it comes up above your belt so when you reach down to grab it, it doesn't hang. But that's what the pistol I carry every week in a crowded environment, the Walther Q5 match. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. Some of you may be just kind of in a quandary, thinking about how you can improve the way you carry guns, maybe thinking about carrying different guns under different conditions. There are some ideas. Those are right there is about as simple as it gets. Those two Kydex holsters have served me well for over a year now without having to change them out. They are rock solid in my inside my waistband, either in the front or on my hip. They never move. Those clips do not come loose. And that belly band, once you get it tucked in with a gun on it, it's going nowhere with that belt tied around it. Those are simple ways to carry your gun concealed, either in an appendix position or on your hip, with very simple holsters. None of this stuff is expensive either. So this can be a solution for just about anybody that wants to carry a gun on body, whether it's a compact or a subcompact, all the way up to a full-size duty pistol. Those will work. They'll do it without breaking the bank, and they'll do it effectively. I'm Mark Rogers, and again, I'll see you very soon on another Christian Gun Owner video.